For this video, I'm going to be discussing using the Quick Select tool to make a mask touch up with an image extract cutout. Now for this demonstration, I'm using green screen just so I can talk about a couple different things. And also just to demonstrate that you can use image extract for stuff other than white screen. Although the typical use for image extract is white screen, a lot of people do use it for green screen and other images. Alright, so you see this bat got erased, and you're probably wondering, well, why did it do that? Because obviously the bat is not green, and the background behind it is green. Well, image extract is working with the select subject to make its mask, and select subject is using artificial intelligence, and that is not looking solely at color, it's actually looking for shapes, and it's really tuned to see people, from what I can tell. And so it's not so good at seeing objects. So it sees the person really well, and it's able to cut out the person and even get rid of the stuff that's outside of the green screen. You see all of this gray wall and gray floor. It's able to remove all of that even though that's not green because it's only really seeing the person here. But with the way it's doing that, it's erasing this bat. Now if this were white screen, the replace area or the add area, depending on the specific image, these are usually what you would use for something like this because you can automatically recover areas like this without needing to make a selection. But because we're on green screen here, these are only for white screen. So in this case, I'm going to use the quick select. And you could also use the quick select on white screen too, but with white screen you just have these other options that may be a better option. So with that said, let's get into it. I'm going to select the quick select here, and when selecting that selects the tool for you, and it also selects the layer mask for the image extract layer. So if you're on a different layer and you hit the quick select button, you see it selects that layer for you, or the layer mask that is. You will have to set the options for your tool. And for something like this, the add to selection is the best to use because each time you click, it's going to add to the selection you're making, so you don't have to make that all in one selection. Enhance edge, I usually have this on because that's going to automatically refine the edge when you let go of the mouse, and we'll see that when we use it. Sample all layers, make sure this is off because how this is going to work here with it off, it's going to only look at this foreground layer, and it's not going to be looking at the background color behind it or any of the other layers that are merged with it. It's going to be sampling just this one layer. Even though we're on the mask, it's going to be looking at the colors from our layer, and so it will see this bat even though we don't see it when we're looking at it here. So I'm just going to click in the bat and just start dragging. And when I let go of the mouse, I can click a different area and just keep adding to that selection. And then with this edge enhance on, when you let go, you'll see the edges kind of snap into place and redefine themselves. And that's because it's automatically trying to fix the edges as you're going through it. So once you have that where you want, you're already on the mask, and you just need to grab a brush tool and paint white into those areas you need to recover. Now you can paint over the edge, and you can see the mouse is going over the edge of the lines, and that is because with a selection you can only paint within the selected area. So that selection is making it easier for us because it's protecting the areas outside that selection. So we don't need to be precise when we paint. And again, we're painting white into this layer mask. If I Alt click on Windows or Option click on Mac, I can see inside the layer mask. So we can see those areas that were painted on. Anyway, that looks pretty good with the bat recovery. That's really about it for that. It's pretty simple to use. As long as you know how to use it, you can recover a lot of things. And as I mentioned, with white screen, really be sure to watch this replace area and add area video, because something like this is much easier to fix generally with white screen without having to actually make a selection or do any painting. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned better how to use the quick select with your image extractions.